Long success story, manifested dream job using affirmations. Hi all, I hope this post finds you in a place of ease and trust that things are working out for you, and if not, I hope that it will motivate you to use affirmations or whatever tools work best for you to find yourself there again. I want to share a little success story that I manifested recently that I hope can motivate anyone who is struggling in their 3D reality and are having doubts in the law of assumption or the power of our own minds. I know success stories have been very helpful to me, so I am happy to share a victory for anyone it may inspire. So, a little backstory. I have been attempting to manifest my SP back for a while now, but there has been a ton of internal resistance because our circumstances appear so bad and there is so much pain in the old story. A couple months ago, I decided to focus more of my attention onto manifesting money instead. This is because I was feeling quite frustrated in my SP manifesting abilities, and money has always been fairly easy for me to attract because I have way less attachment and resistance to it. One of my first powerful experiences with the law and money was a couple years ago when I decided I wanted to manifest $7,000. I had recently read You Are a Badass at Making Money, and wanted to test out my ability to attract a certain number that felt believable, and 7 is my lucky number. Only a couple weeks after I decided I made this amount of money, affirmed for it sometimes, and imagined I saw it in my bank account, my car blew up. Literally, I was babysitting and we walked outside and saw that the entire car was in flames. Apparently, it was due to an engine design flaw. Beware of Hyundai and Kia models 2011-2013. Long story short, my insurance ended up giving me a check of exactly $7,700 for the car. I was about to make a big move across the country, and the family member I was going to live with had an extra hybrid car I could use, so I didn't even need to use the money for a new car. I love this story because it is such an example to me that the universe is giving you everything you want, and even when the circumstances seem terrible, I was devastated at first, things are always working out in your favor. Now, a couple months ago, I started to affirm that I make $5,000 a month. That may not sound like a lot, but it was a solid start as an improvement from the $3,500 I was making. Jerry Hicks has said to put your basket far enough that you are excited if you make the shot, but not too far that you don't believe you will make it, which I really resonate with. My only tool was robotic affirming. I make $5,000 a month, consistently throughout the day, and imagining myself making that amount of money. I kid you not, the next week, my manager approached me and said that I don't make as much as I should be. She said she would try and advocate to our boss that I get a raise to $4,500 a month. With the part-time job I work, which is another passion job I manifested, that would put me at exactly $5,000 a month. I was like, wow, this really works fast. Well, my boss declined and said I only deserve to get an additional $500 a month. I was super disappointed and doubted if this truly worked after all. Well, fast forward a couple months, and I realize after my manager quits that I absolutely need to leave this job because of how toxic this boss is. I write my list out of everything I am looking for in a job: an environmental and inspiring cause, preferably nonprofit, hardworking and kind team, remote, paid travel, and at least $5,000 a month. A week after I make the decision that I need to leave my current job, my sister sends me a posting about a job with all of these qualities on the list plus more. I am recently out of college and don't have extensive professional experience, but they were looking for the exact qualifications I had. It all came to me. I had even made a trust fall into the universe and quit my current job without a backup plan, because I knew no matter what I had to get out of this toxic job. But honestly, as soon as I saw that the pay was exactly $5,000, I knew I had it in the bag. It felt like a little secret joke that the universe and I were exchanging, which is how I believe manifesting should feel. Despite the fact that I was concerned I was underqualified since it is such a great position, I passed through the round of 3 interviews and they all went incredibly well. I just signed my contract today. A fun aside, a cherry on top of it all happened this afternoon, which felt like the ultimate wink from the higher self and what has compelled me to share this with you. Since I've manifested the offer for this job, I have been so impressed by my own power that I have been keeping my mental diet clean as possible. We aren't perfect and it takes repetition to change old neural pathways. One of my favorite affirmations has been, I am living in my dream reality, or, I am living my dream life, and then I go about my day, repeating this to myself when I need to redirect my focus, but most importantly gently allowing the feeling I would have if I was doing this action and I felt like my life was whole. I am thankful, lucky, or whatever feeling I would embody in that moment in my ideal reality. As I am doing this in a cafe last week, I see a raffle to win a free spa and skincare treatment day. I am already feeling so lucky and thankful. I decide to sign up, and lo and behold, I win. After the amazing and fun skincare treatment this afternoon, the woman passes out to each of us cards of affirmations. She says, "Now, we have just pampered you physically, but I also know the importance of taking care of your mind, and the power of our thoughts in changing our lives. Each of you will pick a card, and I truly believe that is the message you are meant to hear today." Wow, the affirmation card I picked says, "I'm courageous and I stand up for myself," with the back stating, "Know your worth and don't allow others to make you feel any less." Their opinions are just that, opinions. This was exactly what I needed to hear, as I have recently been horribly treated by 3 of my closest friends and blocked by all of them without being given a reason. I have been very hurt by this, knowing that I manifested it but not understanding how or why, but I can now see that this is just the bridge of incidents to something greater, probably, not defining myself through the opinions of others and finding better friends. This has been one of the hardest and darkest years of my life for a multitude of reasons, and I know it was because of a deeply negative spiral I had in my own thinking. I also now know that this darkness will soon all feel worth it, as it has forced me to find the light of my own consciousness through the power of pure awareness paired with my imagination and positive thinking. If you have also been going through a dark time, I hope this post inspires you to know your own power and watch your thoughts. Make it fun. It feels good to think nice things, but also be gentle with yourself in the process. My biggest challenge has been forgiving myself for all the seemingly horrible and unfortunate circumstances I have manifested in my life the last year, but as Bashar says, everything is inherently neutral. If you give it a positive meaning, you can only receive a positive result. Next step, using this newfound wisdom to manifest my SP and creating music. As a kid, I remember telling my dad, "I know the universe is speaking to me," because it was so easy and fun for me to read the signs it was using to communicate to me about my questions and desires. I now know that it wasn't as ME speaking to ME, as Neville says, there is only one I am and your infinite self is that I am. So from you to you, and me to me, you got this, you will receive your desires, and things are always working out for you no matter how they seem. Life is meant to be fun, so I hope you can have fun with it all too.